Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogown Monster here, along with the lovely Stevie B.
Hello.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF, as we've come to call it. Hope everybody's doing well. It's great to see everybody in chat already. Sharon Guy, how are you? Still looking good and blue? Jim's camera down. What's happening, Jim? Hey, Danny. Robert Denduven, what's up, bud? Hey, Christy, what's up? Ben, what's going on, man?
Carol, good to see you, Midwest.
What's going on? What did I just see? OCST, what's happening? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yeah, guys. I don't know what kind of, we were running all over the place.
Scrambling.
You gotta
like it.
You gotta forgive we're changing things around the studio instead of sitting across from one another. And hopefully you guys can hear us okay. Because right now the microphone's kind of between us instead of like between us, and it's next to us, kind of off to the side. So hopefully
we're
you guys
sitting beside each other instead of across from each other.
And we're gonna this way she can have a wall, she can set up her own
I can do a backdrop and not have the windows behind me in complete darkness. And I
mean, I get it. You know, WTF Mike, you're going to have to figure out what else to make jokes out because we're not going to be looking over.
We'll probably looking sideways instead of up and down.
But at least we're looking in the right direction.
Yeah, this is true. No, I figure I sat beside him for, God, forever.
Off camera.
You know. I kind of miss that. So, and plus, got a little wall behind me now, so I can do a backdrop.
So we'll figure out once.
Tuesday, I think
I put this this table together, and I still got stuff to do. I got to get some more equipment. You know, the other night, Tuesday, we were talking with who was it? WTF Mike? Was that Tuesday or was it last Thursday?
Last Thursday, I believe.
We're talking about audio
last
equipment.
Thursday, yeah.
And in order for me to run two mics off of my computer, I got to get an interface or like a mixing board and two mics. I mean, because we're using the one mic now. I tried it every other way I could with the two.
How's it sound? Do I sound okay?
Somebody said 5x5. How does Stevie sound?
You put your hand over and you can see your hand.
Right,
See, we are sitting beside each other.
So we'll figure it out where I'll move stuff down and you won't see my stuff in her backdrop.
We'll get the lighting together and we just kind of, he set it up and we've both been working all day, so we really didn't have a chance to get too much into it. But we're here.
Here we are. You guys are here too, and we're glad of that.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it was a weird day, just busy. They had this antique boat show in town. They do it annually. It's the 43rd annual. But they take over the marina. Meaning, like, we have 3 boats there. There's some companies that have 8, some have 10, whatever. And they kick everybody out for like 4 days.
Rude. That's rude.
No, I had to move all the boats to this one dock. I think I mentioned that.
3 boat clubs, and they all had to pack up and move on the other side.
On one dock. One long dock.
Yeah.
Like, some of them have them
to the
3 by 3. There's 3 deep and 3 wide. They tied their pontoon boats.
To the extent that one of the boat clubs decided they're just gonna shut down for the weekend.
Well, we did. Luckily, I got to cancel all the reservations that we had, except for today, this afternoon. These people insisted on going out.
How did that go? Did they complain about how far they had to park? Or
No. They were pretty cool.
Because I went out with them yesterday. Was it? Yeah, we went out yesterday to kind of scope things out and check to see how far parking is. They blocked the road off, so there was no parking anywhere close. You had to walk. I mean, you had to walk pretty far.
See what happens. That shadow, it doesn't show up here. I can't see it on the wall.
Now look at my shadow.
Right here, there's a glare.
Look, I look like I got somebody over my shoulder.
Well, somebody said all the light is on Moog's. There's only one light And we could. That's gonna.
I have the other light, but batteries are in the car. I'm telling you, I was scrambling, getting ready. I was so exhausted. I come home and laid down for about a half hour, 40 minutes. I woke up, we had dinner ready. Went straight from eating to, oh shit, I got 20 minutes before the show. Yeah. So
I went from going to cook where suddenly I was like, I don't want to cook.
Yeah, I went to sleep.
And then I cooked.
It was like, I don't feel like cooking. I'm like, that's fine. We'll figure something out. But I woke up and he cooked.
I made these.
It was fucking wonderful.
They had to be like inch thick at least.
You could have stuffed them. They were that big.
Pork chops. Yeah.
You could have definitely stuffed
they were
them.
probably that big. Mine was.
Not probably, they were.
And I just bread them, fried them real quick, and then baked them in the oven, and they were juicy. Oh man.
Oh. Wonderful.
Fly by Stu, how are you? Breeze.
Breeze.
Great to see you.
Hey, Jim. I'm just catching up. I don't even have the show on my phone. Just hanging out. Second ago, I was rolling. I got a chair with wheels now, and I can't move. If I move just the slightest bit, I'll be face planting the ground, the floor here.
Well, it's funny. I realized when we were doing all this, trying to figure out the microphones, and I was doing a lot of different testing, and you can hear every creak.
The chair.
I was like, oh no, really? That's why when I first started doing this, I really cared about any background.
Oh my God,
noise.
he used to yell at me all the time.
No, I mean this goes back
He would.
to when I first started.
Yes.
I sat on a bar stool, didn't creak,
Till about a year ago.
and what do you mean?
No, I mean, you just kind of lightened up about a year ago. A year ago, we were at the other place, and I remember sitting beside you, and I couldn't make a sound.
But now it's like I didn't think about it. I don't. And now when I'm doing the test, all I hear is the creaks and everything. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's why I turned the air conditioner off. I was
Christy says, "Oh my gosh, you two remind me of Harold and I."
like, something's in my eye besides my finger.
He said that because he knew I was going to say.
Exactly.
I
You
know.
got it.
I do. Thanks for asking. How is it that we only have one lighter between two of us?
I don't know. This one's mine.
Put it right there. Thank you.
They're probably in the bottom of her purse.
I do have one there. I know.
She is notorious for
I don't want
absconding
to hear
lighters.
it. I asked him the other day for a light. He pulls 3 out of his pocket. Yes.
She's lying.
Oh, whatever.
Through her teeth.
I've done it too.
Because you said WD-40.
Yeah, right.
Harold has 15 in his pocket. No, I could buy where she could buy a brand new pack of 5 lighters. Put them down. I'll grab one.
I'll grab another.
By morning, all of them are gone.
I'll grab another.
She's just this lighter
I
thief.
find them in pockets, and when I go to do laundry, both are pockets. I'm not a lighter thief. I just borrow them.
She has this fear of not having a lighter.
No, it automatically goes to the pocket.
So yeah, guys. Most of you know the deal. Some of you might not. What I do is I put the link in chat, like so. And what you do is you click on that link and you follow the directions and you come on and hang out. But you know, in theory it works, but doesn't always, looks good on paper.
Sounds good.
So yeah, you guys got anything you want to talk about? Click on that link, follow the directions, like I said. If you don't want to be on camera, hit that stop camera button. You don't have to be on camera. Also, turn off YouTube in the background. Only come on with StreamYard. I know a lot of people like to watch themselves on YouTube, but
I know.
it gets confusing and then noisy if you get the feedback.
Excuse me. Paranormal Highway. Good to see you.
Yeah, me neither, but I'm here.
Right.
I ate my own cooking. I don't feel right.
Really?
I'm all right.
I feel full.
I think my stomach was funky before I ate. So I go to work today. I take care of these people, put them out on the boat, come home. And I had a couple hours to kill, so I put my head down, fell asleep. Wake up, because they call. I always tell them, give me 20
Are
minutes.
you about to tell on yourself?
Yes, I am. It's funny as shit.
It is. Actually. It really is. I just shook my head.
So
Sorry.
I lay down and I tell them, call me 20 minutes before you think you'll be back to the dock so I can get there and meet him at the dock. So phone goes off. I answered, okay, we're heading back. I'm like, right on. So I meet him at the dock, check him in, everything, secure the boat. I'm walking back and I'm like, my leg's starting to hurt and it still hurts. I get home. I'm doing something. I'm walking around and
He's just busy around the house.
yeah, and I was about to make dinner and I stand up. I was at the computer, stood up, and I'm like, what the fuck? My feet don't I feel like I'm standing funny.
And he had, I mean, to the extent that he had mentioned to me that his leg was hurting.
I looked down.
Back and lower back was hurting.
I'm wearing 2 different Crocs.
They text him.
I had this old pair that I
go.
wear around here and just kick around on here. Harold, you didn't have to go away. I'm still here. I was just wanted to finish the story before I brought anybody on. Jim, I see you. So yeah, I'm wearing 2 different shoes.
I mean, he was asleep, and they text him that they're ready to.
It was dark, in the room.
boat
I just jumped up, grabbed a shoe. Yep, that's that foot.
Flipped
That's
his
that
feet
foot,
on.
and gone.
I said, well, that probably makes sense. Oh.
Yeah, that's about. Jim, you there?
I'm here.
So it makes
Yeah, we're
sense.
getting some weird feedback.
This happened a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, good.
Let me ditch out and then I'll log back in.
All right. Harold, I saw you back there.
Where'd you go?
There he is. There you are. What's up, man?
Hey,
Hey,
Harold.
what's up? Yeah, I was having some issues.
Yeah, Jim there was some major feedback. I don't think it's anything that I did.
No, I think it was.
Although, actually, I don't want to point. I had to turn my speakers. They were kind of pointing at the microphone.
Well, I don't think that was it, though. It was.
Well, that'll do it.
It was the same.
So what are you up to,
reaction I
man?
had Before.
Well, first off, can y'all hear me very good?
Yeah.
Maya.
Okay. Yeah. Well, not much. Just been taking care of my mom.
How's she doing?
Well, she's doing pretty good.
How are
Good.
you doing?
You hanging in? You doing all right?
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of feedback here, though.
Christy said, hi, babe.
What do you guys hear in echo? Here in the chat, do you hear any echo or anything? Let me bring Jim back on. Try this again.
Oh, no.
I hear you guys fine.
Yeah. I'm hearing you guys twice.
And I'm hearing everyone only once, including you, OCST.
Before, when.
I hear your voice, but then there's this background. I just muted my mic to see if that noise stopped.
Yeah, it's just I'm hearing you guys twice. I got to see what's up with my computer.
Now I don't hear Stevie or Mogs.
Sorry, I had to mute for a second to figure this noise out.
No, I was saying I don't think it's us because when we asked earlier, ooh, that's.
It might be us.
I don't think it.
No, I think it's me.
It goes.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna get off here and get on my phone.
All right, because what I mean, it's
Yeah, see.
we're getting some sort of feedback, and I don't know if it's from our speakers.
But it's only with Jim.
We might have to go to headphones.
Mute him for a second.
Mute Jim. Hold on, Jim. Let's see if that helps.
See?
Yeah, it's coming from Jim's side. Because I just muted Jim and it just went completely quiet.
It went away.
So there's some sort of feedback coming from Jim's side.
Yeah, well, on my end, I'm hearing everything twice. So I'm gonna get out here and get on my phone.
All right.
All right.
Eric, what's up, man?
Yeah,
Hey.
When Jim comes on, it messes up. So it's on Jim's side. Everything's on Jim's side. It's not you
That's
guys.
Where did Harold go?
Well, he said he was coming back.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
getting
just
on his-
thought,
All right. Let me remove Harold, Jim real quick.
I thought I'd jump on real quick before I got to split in a second. But man, I had a good day. Actually, I took a trail walk to the Devil's Hand out here today. Did experiment live show, me walking the trail, getting to the Devil's Hand. That was successful, so that was cool.
Very cool.
Where is that?
Devil's Hand is in a place. It's called the town's called Normandy Park. It's right next to the Puget Sound ocean, and it's where the famous Mary Island incident happened outside of Des Moines. So it's right in that spot where the Mary Island incident happened. The famous UFO that malfunctioned, killed the dog and killed the kid.
Really?
Before. Yeah, it happened 2 months prior to Roswell. It was the first real story. Roswell just took all the credit, and that came after the Mary
Yeah,
Island.
overshadowed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's a lot of local folklore stories in this town. People said that, I'm not saying we want to be famous for it, but we had the famous Green River Killer up here, and there are stories that the Green River Killer, Ted Bundy's from this, all this whole area, that they've been to apparently the story goes, they also went to this tree has a portal. But the thing is about this portal, it's a portal of possession. The devil uses it to possess you. And they say, just local folklore stories. I can't say they're true or not, but they say after the Green River went there, Ted Bundy went there, and they went on their, their spree.
That's odd.
It's just stories.
Something in the water. True.
Well, actually, the story goes, Stevie, is that when the Mary Island happened, when it's malfunctioning, it dropped all this stuff onto the land, on the ships. And some people said, I can't prove it because I wasn't born back in I was living 47, that these trees were straight up. And after the radiation from the ships, they said the very next day the trees kind of went out like a hand. That's why they call it the Devil's Hand, like a little palm. Like it created somehow, it opened up a gate to hell. I mean, that's just local stories, but
Sure.
It's fun going there, I went there one time with my brother and all that. He actually felt extra heat when he was in that palm. He felt like there was a portal. And then he left a gift for it. But then it seemed like after that, I got sick. I got skin cancer. It was like I got hit hard. and he didn't, but he left a gift. So when I went there today, I left a little light gift and put some holy water on it and stuff, and said, "Leave me alone."
Let's see. Jim's going to attempt to come back on. Hopefully. Let's try that again, Jim.
I changed browsers. Is that any better?
He sounds better.
Perfect.
Perfect.
You know, I tell people all the time, there's local stories in your town. There's folklore stories.
Oh,
Go
there's
experience
history.
them. Go listen to them, because I'm not saying this tree's responsible for the Green River and Ted Bundy, but it's just, you know, it's kind of crazy, you know, in a way. Like, Washington is known for the most serial killers in the whole United States. You're like, why? You know, maybe there is a devil's portal here in there. Who knows?
I blame it on the water before the portal.
Yeah, but remember, this is back. Yeah, you're right. That's true. Yeah, but they say the water up here is cleaner than most areas. I mean, you know, take that with a grain of salt. You know,
And some
remember
iodine.
William Shatner wanted to save California by putting a pipeline up to Washington and steal our water. Yeah,
You
that's
wanna
what
do
it was.
So Harold says he's going to come back in hour 2. Right on. Michael Haywood, what's up, bud?
Michael, you made it.
It's been a long time.
Naomi, good to see
Good
you.
seeing you, Alma. He says, ha, I was thinking the same thing, Muggs. Brilliant minds think alike. Who else?
Lester Taylor, good to see
Hey,
you.
Lester. So, what are you up to, Jim?
Just recovering from last week. You know, a lot was going on, and I was going to offer to tell a story about the synchronized fireflies, if anybody's interested.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over at Elkmont for 2 weeks out of the year, for the fireflies in one small area there light up in unison and then go out in unison. And last week when I was over, I was talking with one of the park rangers, and they were telling me that there was only one species that did that, but for the 2 weeks that species is around, the other 8 species join in and become synchronized.
That's crazy.
It is.
Yes, it is crazy.
I mean, I saw fireflies back in Jersey one time. They were in a cemetery. I was walking through. It was at night, and the trees, all the foliage and everything. There were just thousands and thousands of fireflies, but they were like strobe. It was the craziest thing. You know, normally you'll see a firefly flash. These were like flash. I was like, oh, because you don't normally see that. Every one of them was doing that.
Thousands of them.
And apparently it's all for mating. You know, it's
Right.
pretty cool. So we lost Eric. I don't know if he thought I was being rude or something. I don't know.
You're fine. The
On the next.
years
Yeah,
years ago when I lived over there, I actually was able to go and see the event, but it's gotten so big now. It's in the area that's the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and you have to get put into a lottery, and
wow.
they draw people's names from the lottery, and those are the people that get to go see the event because it's limited in space.
That's wild.
But I mean, as far as you can see in the woods, they all light up together and then they all go out together.
I have to look that up. I want to see if there's any videos. I'm sure there's videos on it, but I want to check that out.
Yeah, if I had not seen it with my own eyes, I would have doubted it also. But the place is called Elkmont, and it was originally a small settlement They had a hotel there, and the government come in and took it over, and now it's just part of the Smoky Mountains National Park.
Okay. That's neat. Yeah, well, no, every year people gather for the fireflies, like Groundhog's Day, they go to
That's cool.
Pennsylvania and gather for a groundhog. Although I'd rather see the fireflies.
Yeah, I think I would too.
And the fireflies last for about 2 weeks.
That's neat.
So
That's right.
that's my 2 cents. Unless you've got a question about something else, I'll leave it to you guys.
Those have to be some seriously stone lightning bugs to be doing that, says Naoma.
Right.
Or you were really stoned when you saw them doing that.
Yeah.
Well, if I was, there was a few hundred other people in the woods too. You park at a place, the Sugarlands Visitor Center, and they take you over on bus.
That's cool. I'll have to look into that.
Thank you guys. I'll turn it over to somebody else. I think CRJ is going to get up there. I mean, if I'm brave enough to do this, she can do it.
Christy said she wasn't feeling too good, but we'll see.
Let's see. I think the weirdest lights as far as fireflies was when we were at the 168. Yeah. We were just sitting out in a chair. It was late at night. I think a full moon. We were just hanging out. And all of a sudden you see fireflies in the tree line. But
they were white too.
They were unusually bright, and it just seemed like you seen it and then shoom,
it was gone.
It was gone.
But
you saw it move.
It was weird.
Unusually fast. And it was a lot of them. And it only lasted for, I don't know, not long. I can't even guess how long, but it wasn't long at all.
Naoma said, yeah, they're not lighting up at all. It's the visitors eating the mushrooms.
Right.
Chance says, hope you're feeling better today. At Stevie B was upset when I replayed Tuesday's show to see what I missed. I was late and learned you had a spill.
I am. I feel better. I'm still sore as hell. Different spots. It was my shoulder the other night, and it seemed to have gone into my back and back of my neck. I feel like I got whiplash a little bit.
Back in my shoulder.
Yeah. My neck and my back.
Neck and my back. Any chance we get, we quote the movie Friday. Don't know why. Just
Thank you for that, Chance.
Alan, how are you? Welcome. Gotta scroll up and see who I missed. We were babbling.
I know.
Let me post this. All right. Once again, the link is in chat. You guys see how easy it is. If you don't always have, sometimes we have technical problems. Sometimes we don't. But don't let that scare you off.
Sometimes you feel like it.
Sometimes you don't.
Yeah, no. I said it in my head.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Right.
Knees and toes.
I said I'm getting too old. I can't take a fall like I used to.
She loses parts.
I do. I do.
Looks like a car wreck.
Yes, Sharon, I agree. Is any masseuse?
When they gave my back. Michael knows.
Yeah. Great movie. Ben says, don't tempt me with fishing talk. That being said, I was on Temu today and I saw a hat that I put in the cart to buy, and that's as far as it went, but it said, WTF, where's the fish?
Right on. Where's the fish? Yeah, it's funny. In the past week, I think I've taken
We've been slacking. I think it gets
two or three casts.
we get content with. I do. I get content with the fact that I know I can go outside and fish anytime I want. I just haven't had the energy or the time.
Casey Hale, how are you? Yeah, no, I always have minnows on hand. I think there's one out there. I feel bad if I use it. I'm like,
Is there one?
Let him see what one? You left one?
I didn't think there was any.
And then I got off work. I was gonna go buy them, and then it was too late.
Jay just sent me. He said 2s and 3s back to back.
Oh, right on. That's Jay's catch of the day. One of them. It's a bass. Right on. Way to go, Jay.
What did Lester say?
I have a strong desire to tap Stevie over to
line that clock up. What clock?
to line the clock up. I don't know. Is it?
That one?
No, it's 10 o'clock here, so it's probably crooked.
Well, maybe it's the way that
Could be this.
it could be my camera.
It's all coming down anyway. It's all got to be moved around. It's like we got to work from her side to my side, figure out exactly where the camera's going to be, and you get that much space.
I don't need much space. I'm not used to having a backdrop anyways. He'll get it.
See, and your camera, it's not taking up much more space than mine.
It's not.
This way, because we put the table in and the camera's really far back, so I had to pull everything in.
Naomi said, I know exactly what you're talking about. The clock is not aligned.
Now you're gonna have me thinking about the clock all day. Great.
Well, I think too it's the camera because it looks higher, I think, on my side. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Don't know.
It's always 420 though.
It is.
I figure. It was like, no, nor is the photo, nor is the WT. Half of it was, well, I put the flag back up, but I was going to move everything over.
Well, I think part of it's my camera.
Everything's off.
All right, Tuesday we'll have our shit together. I promise. Tonight, not so much.
That's just like it was a joke.
See what you started, Lester? I swear.
just a little OCD idiosyncrasy. Eric says, sorry guys, my power went out. The devil is mad at me. Talking shit about him, huh?
Right.
Yeah, I thought he got upset because I was like, he was talking, and then he finished talking, and Jim was just being real quiet. So I had to like coax him in. So, how you doing, Jim?
Thank you, Sharon. Clock looks good. Looks okay to me, she says.
Alex, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Alex.
Yeah, so in order for this to work properly, I mean, it's working, but I want Stevie to have her own mic, and I want another mic, So I'm going to have to buy mics and a mixing board. Unfortunately, Alex gave me a mixing board. That's only good for one mic. I do have... I don't know if I can use it as a interface wherever it went. But I do have a voice recorder, a Tascam, that has 2 mic inputs. Here it is. So it's got 2 mic inputs. They're XLR or whatever, XRL or some, whatever. They're not USB. But I'm wondering if I can put this, plug in there, and then patch this through my computer where I can use those other mics.
Naomi, good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, it was great to see you.
It is good to see you.
Have a great night.
Don't work too hard.
But keep doing what you're doing.
I know.
Danny says that's what we get
Oh, sorry.
throwing holy water on the devil's tree and freeing the spirits. They followed him home.
Alex said you can use it on the interface.
As an interface?
He said on the. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, patch it through? I'll have to look into that one.
I know nothing about that. Lester said Amazon has cheap mixers that would work great. Tacey, congratulations, hon. I know you've been through a lot. She is cancer free.
Oh, awesome.
Thank God. That is cool.
Good for you. Wow. Eat. If you got to put on weight. She just said. Doctor says she wants her up to 115. Eat the bad stuff. Bacon.
Good stuff.
Lots of bacon.
That's the good stuff.
It is. Tina G, what's up?
Alex said yes. That's what I meant as an interface.
Okay. I'll have to check into it. Yeah, I'm being anal. I'm like researching everything I'm looking up as far as, I just don't want to buy anything, specific. Just go, that looks good. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm actually doing research on this crap. Plus, it's also, we're in a room that's paneling and hardwood floor, and there's a lot of, the sound can bounce around and might get tinny, but that's why I always had these little confined spaces that I would put my studio in. Be it a closet, a room. There's a small room.
Yep.
But I think it'll be a lot better once we have individual mics. Yeah, I had 2x4s instead of holding our computers up when we were side by side in front of each other. And we couldn't do that anymore. So they have these little computer stands, they're laptop stands that they raise it up off the table like 4 inches. So we could have 2 of those. They worked out great.
Yeah, it works good.
Because otherwise, it was too low.
I was too low, I think.
Got Stevie a chair too, so hopefully it's comfortable.
Not terrible right yet. I'll let you know in another hour and a half.
I do all the time, but my metabolism is so high. All I have to do is lose pounds is just watch TV or sleep.
Sit and watch TV.
Listen to Christy. Eat ice cream. That's my downfall. That and cookies. Christy says, Stevie, do you have Messenger on Facebook?
I do. I do indeed.
That's how we talk all the time, is through Messenger.
It's the only way we talk.
Yeah, that's it. If I were to call her on her phone, she'd be like, what's wrong?
I'd freak out and think
What's
I
wrong?
was wrong. Yeah. No shit.
What you doing, Maya?
I probably have maybe 5 text messages on the actual phone number from Mogs.
Karen, what's up? She goes, I couldn't gain weight if I tried. Now I look at food and gain weight. Would you stop? Now's not the time. She's got her head in my lap. Come on, move over, Maya. Please. You see this table start shaking? It's her. Move over. Go lay down. Come on. No, go. Move. Get out of here. Excuse me.
Christy, reach out to
Excuse me.
Moog's Facebook. I mean, I'm sorry, not Facebook. Email.
Yeah, just email.
Just send him an email and I'll get in touch with
Hang
you.
on. Maya, what are you doing? Is she laying behind me?
I don't know. I can't see.
She
her.
is.
Yes, she is.
All right.
Hey, your chair won't roll anywhere.
You think it squeaks now? Watch this.
Yeah, right.
My dog just laid right behind my chair. Sharon says my metabolism is in retirement. I'll have to see because what my metabolism looks like because since I moved in here, I've gained like 30 pounds. And
I gained 10, 12. Started going up higher, and then I
so
noticed.
that's why it's like time to just cut out. We have cut out some stuff, the potatoes. I was eating potatoes every day. Don't buy potatoes anymore. Just certain things, little steps.
Baby steps.
I found a local restaurant. Well, it's a sandwich shop that I grew up going to in New Jersey. It was called Mike's Subs. Now it's called Jersey Mike's. We were going to, I think, Target. We were looking to see what kind of equipment they had as far as podcasting stuff, and then we went to Walmart. But
It's all
I
in the
look
same
over,
shopping center.
and there's Jersey Mike's. I'm like, oh, that's my favorite sandwich.
He instantly turned into a boy, excited.
Well, I mean, we would go there, the original store. It was in 1956 was when it was opened. And then in the early 70s, the 17-year-old kid that worked there, he was a high school kid. He bought the store from the owner with help from his coach. And it just, in the early 80s, or no, mid 80s, I'd say 87, they franchised. And now I've had Jersey Mike's in, I think, almost every state I've been in.
What's cool is when we walked in, the whole back wall was the original store in Point Pleasant, right? That's what's at. I tried to show you, but you were just too enthralled in everything else. But it said something about established in whatever year it was, and it had the beach scenery with the
there's a mural on the walls whenever you
Yeah.
walk into them, and usually it says greetings from Point Pleasant, or it'll say
Yeah.
Point Pleasant Beach, or they'll do it in like the sort of like the greetings from Asbury Park on Springsteen's one album. And then they'll have local pictures of, around Point Pleasant. But it was just cool, it's like, I've been eating this, and it freaks them out. And I didn't say it last night when we went in there, but I've been eating Jersey Mike's subs for over 50 years. That's
Wow.
crazy.
Wow.
There was a few years in between I didn't, but, they weren't necessarily
Yes.
concurrent.
Jimmy John's is good too. I used to like them, but I don't like the fact that they only sell cold subs. That's all they offer. But they're good. Yeah, Jimmy John's is good. At least they used to be.
You're old, Nogs. Thanks. Only 56. So yeah, I was eating those sandwiches when I was at least 5 or 6, probably younger.
Breeze, have a good night.
Take care, Breeze. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You be safe as well.
Breeze, you going to the conference this year? I know you're trying to leave, but
Oh wait, you're leaving? Hold on, I got a question.
just had a question.
He'll probably go. I don't know. Maybe I saw was
We didn't
the
see
last
him
one.
last
The last one, no.
No.
That was, I don't know. Just meeting him was so cool, and how it happened. This guy walks up to me, and I didn't, out of the blue, taps me on the shoulder at the first Florida Bigfoot conference, and just starts talking to me. And saying, "Oh, I appreciate what you do," and I'm like, "Does he have the wrong guy? You know who you're talking to, right?" Like, I didn't feel like, who the hell's going to approach me? And he was just really appreciative, and it was awesome meeting him. And when he walked away, I was just like, wow, that was cool. Yeah. So that one's coming up
June.
21st or something.
I don't know exactly. I need to put in for.
I know it's a
that
Saturday, and
weekend.
I got to take off. I'm sure they can have someone fill in, hopefully. I don't know from where. I don't care if the boss has to do it.
They might just block it out and
Oh, maybe.
give you the weekend.
Karen says, I love meeting people at the conference.
I
Me
do too. I think that's
the only reason I go to them.
It's
I mean, seeing Bigfoot stuff is cool. As far as like all the different vendors and stuff. And listening to, I'll listen from the back of the room or while I'm walking around, but I just can't sit down and get into that crowd scene where you're listening to someone talk. I don't know why.
I suppose that's the purpose of the conference, but
Casey said, I've always had this problem my whole life. And when the doctor told me that I was anorexic, I told him that I wasn't because I eat sometimes 3 platefuls. And then he explained to me what it was. Oh, okay. Brent and Don, I've seen them at a bunch. Yeah, but they're up in Idaho. I think they're in Idaho. Northern Idaho, I think. I know they live in what's the name of the town? I forget. It's right on a lake.
well, that helps. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna go grab me some coffee.
Give me a minute. The name will come to me. Something like Priest Lake or something like that.
I'm not even sure. No idea.
Says, wish Florida wasn't 18 hours from us.
Oh, wow.
I was hoping to see Kenny in here, or you guys know him, Slot Rock. Because he always comes. He comes to every event that I've been to. Yeah. He comes down from Alabama. But this year, I'm going to see.
We gotta catch up with them.
Yeah, I want to see if he wants to crash. If he needs a place to stay, he can hang out here. We have the room. Oh, only for one. Don't come knocking on my door. But yeah, he has. He walks with a cane and he's slow to get around. So I'd like to give him a place to just chill.
Let him be comfortable.
Yeah, because Lakeland. Well, no, it's in Ocala. It's in Ocala. That's even better.
Yeah. It's not a terrible ride.
Yeah, no, it's I forgot it was in Ocala. I was thinking Lakeland.
Yeah, no. Ocala. Not far from it.
But Kenny's good people.
I mean, last conference, you were cooking and
Yeah.
Catherine Lindquist, we just sat there talking the whole time.
Jeff, what's up? Jeff says someone needs to have a Bigfoot fishing conference in a forest full of ponds. Everyone hanging out talking squatch while holding a fishing rod.
Right.
You can do that in Ocala. Because it is literally a forest full of ponds and
Over
lakes.
600 lakes of some sort. Bodies of water. Is that my phone?
That would be cool in North Minnesota Pine.
Do you need anything, Wilma?
Yeah, Jeff, call it fishing for Bigfoot. Just top it off.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Lester says, Pine Island Research, maybe the guy who lives in the state of 1,000 lakes.
Yeah, right.
And it's 10,000 lakes.
Oh,
But if you go to the St. Lawrence River, that's 1,000 islands. So. Yeah, it's weird. You know, that's just a completely different level of fishing up there. The fishing's here is fun, but it doesn't compare to like Mississippi, northern Mississippi, St. Croix River, Minnesota. It just doesn't compare to that. Kind of sucks. when you fish that, I fished that for a year and a half while I was in Wisconsin, and you kind of get spoiled. And then when it's not there anymore, you're like, oh, this sucks. You're fishing for stock trout in Arizona, Fishtails. Cat. Squatch all night, fish all day. Well, it's funny because I heard I don't know what the hell I was listening to, and they threw out some statistic that most Bigfoot sightings happen. The most Bigfoot sightings happen in two ways: crossing a road, on a road, from a road, or near water. I mean, you think how many stories I've heard from fishermen. Oh, sorry, Maya. She's got me like kind of trapped here. I can't roll anywhere.
you got your pen, Daddy?
What did I miss? Yeah, I really think if I were to do another channel, it would probably be a fishing channel. I know you'd just like, why? You already have one. No, Hey, Flat Rock, what's up, buddy? I figured you were here.
Hey, Kenny.
So yeah, well then you heard my invitation, dude. If you when you come down, if you're coming down, get in touch with me. I got a place for you to stay if you want to hang out. We're not far from Ocala. This way, I really need a good excuse to get the day off of work. Because I can see my boss going, you want to do what? Lance, how are you? Good to see you. James Lee, what's up? Of course, those are the places people usually are anyway, as well. True. Thank you, as may take you up on. Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's we got to pull out, unlike any pull-out I've ever seen. I mean, it's got
An air mattress
built into it. It's got a mattress in it, an air mattress. I don't know. I haven't tested it out yet. And my dog doesn't bite much, so she's
much.
Cool. And Jay Fritz is right up the road, so depending on how long you're here, we'll go bother Jay.
Is Jay in shot?
I don't know. He's sending you pictures, but how?
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot already.
But I didn't. Oh, I just completely lost my screen. There we go.
I was just wondering if Jay was planning on going to the conference this year.
Has he gone to any?
I don't know. I know we're supposed to go to, well, he went to the one down south.
Oh yeah, that was.
during the tropical storm.
I think that one was. Was that the one sponsored by
What's his name?
Dan or whatever, Sheely or I
Yeah,
forget. The
Sealy.
Sealy, something like that.
Yeah.
He owns the Skunk Ape headquarters down in the Pine Barrens in Okopee, something like that is the name of the town. Down in the not the Pine Barrens, the Everglades.
Yeah.
I'm from Jersey. I got the Pine
Well-
Barrens on my mind.
I was supposed to go with them on that one, but the tropical storm hit that weekend. I wasn't going to drive down there. I didn't think they were going to have it, to be honest.
Well, if they'd have a conference at Sonic, Jay would be there. says Jeff. Feisty Kitty, how are you? I know Stevie said hi. I didn't. Sorry. Judy Wheeler. Judy. We do this shit all the time. Is that twice today?
It's
We've
not
actually
rehearsed,
said the
I
same
promise.
exact thing.
At least twice.
We did it earlier with something else.
It does happen often.
Excuse me.
Give me this.
It's not the company, really. All right. Link is in chat, so if anybody wants to come on, say what's up. What's that? Jeez, we've almost been hanging out for an hour.
Wow.
That means there's a whole hour left. Damn.
Where
No.
the hell did that hour go?
My dog's got me all paranoid and she's underneath me.
She's cozy.
Afraid if I
She's got her
move.
legs up on the leg of your chair.
How's it going, Lance?
What's up?
Not too much.
Hi, TV.
Hey,
Let
How you
me
doing?
remove this comment. There we go.
I was just on Sarah's stream a little bit ago.
On what?
Sarah's stream. You doing one right now too?
And we got Ben. What's up, brother?
What's up, boy?
How you doing?
Benjamin.
Pretty good, man. How y'all doing?
Hi, Ben.
Doing good. Look tired.
How you doing, Lance?
Hanging in there. I haven't
You
been
look
feeling good all
tired.
day, but hanging in.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I wasn't feeling good yesterday. I feel much better today, though.
I go getting older.
Yeah, I'm
24
right there
hours.
with you, buddy.
It's kind of inevitable. Sucks.
Yeah,
I refuse.
You can identify as 30. Go ahead, but you know
yeah, yeah.
who you really fooling.
Stevie, you all right today?
I am.
All right. That's good.
Slip me off.
I'm doing good, Ben.
All right.
Who you
How are
doing?
you? How are you? You just said. Sorry.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay, cool.
Nothing important.
Uh,
Just
I guess
travel.
Stevie wanted to go incognito tonight.
She'll be back. Judy says Sharon, new inhaler helped and new equipment tomorrow. Right on.
All right. Good luck.
What's going on tonight? What did I miss?
I'm nothing, really.
Yeah.
I was just reading chat and I'm thinking that's the only problem. It's the only downfall of having so many, I'll say friends, is seeing, individuals get sick, feel under the weather, break something, it's like, damn, you just want to,
Yeah.
heal them all, but it just shows. I mean, our what do you call it? The age bracket.
Having a heart.
Old people.
Yeah.
Well, no, the average age that watch this show is like 45 to 65.
Well, shit, that's where I'm at. I'm 47. I'm old like
I'm
us.
53.
Yeah,
54 this year.
I'm
Yeah.
old like us.
I don't feel old though.
I do some, bro. I do sometimes.
I don't know
I do
what
sometimes.
old feels like.
You always
I've
going
never-
to feel.
My joints been hurting and shit. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
No,
The occasional aches and pains, but like I truly think that I don't know if you heard me earlier. I ran out of the house, went to work, came home, looked down, realized I was wearing two different
Two
shoes.
different shoes. Yeah. Crocs.
Yeah, I missed that. I just got on, man.
Yeah, I put two different Crocs on.
Well, his
Two different Crocs.
back was hurting him and his leg, and yeah, it just makes sense that that'd be the problem.
I've been kicking around in this pair of Crocs forever. They're kind of worn out. Stevie picked me up a pair, so I started wearing those. But I had them next to the bed, both pairs. So I was laying there just chilling for a while. Had to go to work, and it was dark in there, so I just grabbed shoes, threw them on, and ran out. Went to work, came home, and I was wearing two different Crocs.
they are very similar in color.
Oh, they're gray, but it was just like I was like, no.
It's not a big deal, man. I mean, that happens. Bro.
That's a real croc.
I'm glad I realized it after I got home. Out, I would have been like horrified. I would have been running around with bare feet.
Read what LA.
You think it would have? You think it would have fucked with you if you realized it at work?
Like Tommy Two Shoes down the street. Oh, wait, oh. That's LIB.
What's up, Mike? What it do?
What it do? What it do?
Well, you can wear Crocs on Sundays. You can wear Crocs on Sundays. They're called holy shoes.
Yeah.
Crocs. There's all holes in them.
Bye, guys.
Oh,
What happened?
he said bye, guys.
Oh, that was abrupt.
Yeah,
Thanks for hanging around.
it was good to see you.
You probably pressed chat.
Quick as that was.
Right?
Wow. Did I run him out?
No,
No,
no.
I don't.
I had a little trouble hearing him, but that wasn't you. Don't worry.
All right.
So LIB had a video out. I guess he put it out today. It was an osprey and an eagle fighting for a fish.
Really?
Yeah, and I see that outside my door like
Yes,
every other day.
We can look out the window and watch that happen.
It's not that frequent, but it does happen out here a lot.
Yeah.
What's bigger, an osprey or an eagle?
An eagle.
Well,
Really? Ospreys are big.
It's close, but the eagle's a little bigger.
Yeah.
I saw 3 ospreys going after one fish 2 days ago.
Osprey are more aggressive, I believe.
Oh,
Tina G, how you doing, hon? I saw you pop in and then I went for coffee. Sorry I didn't say hi before, but hello.
so did you see the picture of the bass earlier that Jay sent us?
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Okay.
Sure did. Sure did. Man, I caught two sockeye bass fishing, and I caught one bass sockeye fishing.
That was a big
Yeah.
one. It was a big sockeye you caught, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
That thing is huge.
That was today, though. Yeah.
3-pounder.
Mike said it was amazing. I have more to add.
All right, on. Dude, when you go to the LBL, Mike, you'll see there's a ton of eagles
I
up
sat
there.
there and watched
There's a ton of eagles up there.
3 or 4 of them just for a good hour.
So you'll get opportunities to film them, snatching fish out of the water. I know I don't know where everybody. I do actually. I do, but I don't.
Hey, Bristol.
Huh?
I was saying hi, Bristol.
Oh, Bristol, what's up? The 2 campgrounds that they'll be using, I've stayed at one of them, and it was right next to this bay. And there's a lot of
What was that?
Asian carp, the silver carp, the ones that jump out of the water, in the water there, and an eagle flew over the bay, and as it flew, you see the shadow of the eagle on the water, and right along that shadow path,
It goes.
you'd see the fish get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, they just
Really?
They
Yeah.
scurry like in
Yeah.
a wave, along with the eagle flying over top the water. It was cool. I've never seen anything like that before.
That was wild.
That was very cool.
So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities that I'll be out for nature photography.
Yeah.
Chrissy said OCST and I are going to the Eagle Pass next time we go out. Oh, very cool.
To Eagle Pass.
To Eagle Pass, not the areas. And try again.
Yeah, gonna try again.
Right on.
What's up, buddy?
Ben, Harold, Ben.
How you doing, Harold?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, bud.
All right. Remember last week I said I was gonna show you something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm gonna have to turn my phone camera around to show you because okay.
Let me pull up you on just to put a single screen.
There you go. Sorry for leaning in. It's hard to see.
Yeah, what am I looking at?
Okay, hold on. Let me. Do you see something in the top middle?
I see it.
Yeah, kind of. I do.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
Oh, yeah, right there. Go bring it back in a little closer now.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I mean, point it.
Now you gotta go up. There it is.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah,
What is that?
something peeking through.
Yeah.
It does look like.
Still don't see it.
You don't see? I see it.
See where
I see.
his
Well,
finger
that's-
is? See where his finger is, or
No.
thumb or whatever however he's holding the phone.
I will.
It's right there next to it.
Let's see.
It's hard for him to point it out. Holding the phone.
Huh. So what are you filming? You're filming your computer screen?
Yeah.
You have a pencil that you can point with?
Yeah, just a second.
Or anything like that, just so you can
Good idea.
point it out on your computer screen itself.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah, right there.
Exactly what I was looking at.
Looks like 2 eyes, but you know.
No,
2 eyes, nose
And,
with nostrils. You have the cone-shaped head. You have the outer part of the head. Then down here, you can see that it's laying against a tree. It's got its head against a tree. You've got the body right
Oh,
here.
I see.
that's the tree.
You see this now?
Yeah, I do. That's exactly what I'm
Why
saying.
does it look like it has something in the middle of its forehead?
It looks
if
like
that's what I'm
light
looking
reflection
at?
or something off the forehead.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's an odd color.
Yeah, it is.
The forehead and the cheeks
cheeks.
are lit up. The forehead and the cheeks are lit up by the sun because we were facing the sun in our hike.
You can almost
So-
see the mouth underneath that one
See where my hand is?
branch.
See where
Yeah.
this is?
Yeah.
Right there.
Right below
See this?
that?
And this looks, that's
Yes.
the forehead right there.
A
Okay.
little
Yeah.
bit further this way.
There's another one I saw. I saw that one first.
Look right here.
That
Look
one
right
looks
there.
more like an ape almost. I think.
You can see fingers.
Oh no, that's not what I was saying.
No, wasn't.
No, because what I was saying was up top, I
Like-
think.
Then you go over here. Let's see. Like right in here, I'm thinking that this may be.
Okay,
it's-
you gotta.
You got to bring your phone back a little. We can't
Or-
see.
There you go.
There you go.
right in here. You can see that. To me, it looks like a kneecap.
A kneecap.
Of the
Yeah.
one that was sitting there. I can't tell.
Yeah.
So
That I can't see.
she's
I am so zoomed in right now.
You are. Wow.
she is leaning against a tree with her head, and she's got her body sprawled out this way. She's got an arm coming over here. She's got a knee here. So all this right here is part of her fur. You just can't make out
Yeah, I can't.
what it is, but it's the same color as this. So
Hmm.
Huh.
And where was this taken?
this was taken in the Wichita Mountains, on the entrance to Sharon Garden.
Huh.
Thanks for sharing that. That's-
Mike, I didn't
Yeah.
even see you back there. LIB, what's up, buddy? That was cool, dude. That was
Yeah,
very cool.
that
Thank you
was.
so much for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
At first, I didn't see it, and then I zoomed in. And I was like, "Oh, there it
Yeah,
is."
no, I saw it right off. Just
Yeah,
the
what it do? What it do, Mike?
eyes and the nose is what I noticed first.
Yeah, if you go onto my channel and you're able to pull the video up on your TV screen, you can see it really clear.
Yeah, I can see it.
That's a good idea.
Hey, Susie. Good to see you, hon.
Yeah, what I did was I opened it up. I went full screen and then zoomed in.
Yeah.
That's what I did here. I zoomed
Yeah,
in. My
I looked
screen is-
His laptop. I was
She's
like,
looking
oh,
at her little.
I'm all
little
leaned
square.
in looking
I'm
at
like,
my.
I had to back up a little. It got so big.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh.
why I was happy to get on my computer because
That'd be interesting to put up on the
What-
TV.
Yeah, well,
After.
I was just wanting to pull up the picture, but getting that double sound on my computer didn't help.
no.
Elena, good to see you, hon. Hope you're well.
Susie, what's up? Authentic Happiness Show.
No, the thing I was gonna say about the eagles is they're the only birds that can fly upside down.
Yeah,
So there's not many birds that'll attack them. Like crows will, and when the crows attack them, they fly regular, and but they could see them. They know the crow's coming, and as soon as it comes, they'll flip upside down and grab it, and then they take it up to altitudes that the crow can't survive at until it goes unconscious and then let it go. And I was worried it was gonna do that to the osprey. I was really worried, but
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that either.
Me neither.
Oh yeah, it's pretty amazing. Because they do it when they mate too. They interlock and they spiral
that,
to the
yeah.
ground.
They'll
But
fall out of the sky trying to get laid.
yeah, but in that video, if you actually see it, when the osprey comes down, you'll see the eagle spin upside down for a second, and it goes to hit it with its talons, and it's crazy. It's those moments when you're filming and you're like, I wish it looks so much better in person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everything I
Yeah,
film,
man.
sunsets, everything, pictures looks better in person.
Pictures never do it justice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do my best, but
Very cool, man. Yeah, we have just about 150 yards from here, if that. There's an osprey nest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all over the place here because like there's like osprey cams too, which is cool. Like they put because a lot of this dog's not gonna let me stay on very long. They they'll build these, you know, poles with the platforms on them.
Yeah.
And like it for whatever reason it entices them. I mean, you know, and they just build on it. You know? And they just build on it.
Yeah, they make big nests too.
Yeah, they make big nests on all the stadium lights out here.
You'll see in the rest of the video I put up, you'll see I went and looked around to see what they dropped. Because at first I was like, oh, they dropped a fish. And like, I was like, maybe I'm bugging out. Maybe I didn't see that. But that's definitely what they were fighting over because I went and I finally found it. It was near the nest. So what I think the osprey was doing was when it knew the eagle was coming, it tried to fly over the nest and like drop it perfectly so it would land in there. It came close. I mean, it came real close. Like it's pretty amazing, you know, how good they are at what they do.
I saw an osprey out here one day. It came down, it latched into a fish, and it went to take off and couldn't. So it had to kind of like let go of the fish because it was too big.
Big fish, yeah. Yeah, they get like dredged up in the water because it's such a big fish, yeah.
Susie says we're going to talk about the eclipse and all the weird shit about it. That's when is it? That's April coming up, right? April. Shit, I forget what day.
April 8th.
What's weird about the eclipse?
People get weird with.
Well, no, they're saying where it crosses over each state in the U.S. It crosses. I don't know the name. I don't know what name it is.
It's a solar. Yeah, it's a full solar eclipse, not a lunar. So like it
across the country, and every state that it crossed over Salem. This eclipse, it's projected to cross over every state with another. I don't know what the name is of the towns that it's crossing over, but it's multiple of the same name. And,
really?
And it's supposed to have a biblical meaning behind
Really?
it. Yes.
I didn't know that.
I don't know the details, but
And if you pair it up with the
last
solar eclipse,
it's an exact crossover.
Yeah,
right.
Both the last eclipse and this upcoming eclipse form the letter A.
Boy.
So that has some significance in
whatever
some
town
words.
has
Hey,
crossover.
Susie.
There it is. Christy wrote it. How do you say that? Nineveh? Yes. So like 6, 7 different, or it might be 8 different towns with that same name.
Namibia.
Yeah, they said there's at least 2, but there could be as much as 8.
Hey, what?
Yeah, but the last one, which was 7 years ago, crossed over.
Well, you know they had to have
with
named
the
the
name of
towns after the
Salem.
fact, you know,
I don't know.
because it's not the first time this has happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, the next eclipse, the town that it's supposed to cross through is what's it called? Brain fog here. Oh darn. I just watched the video today.
Fault line of Madrid, Spain.
Yeah, you have the fault line of Madrid. That is the one that the fault line that this one's going to be going over, and the previous one, the fault line that it went over was through Yosemite.
Okay. Wow.
But it's supposed to do with the end of the world.
King Mox, what's up, man? Let's see. When the eclipse hits in April, there's a rare asteroid named Pons going to be passing between the Earth and the Moon. The asteroid is called the Devil's Horns because of its appearance.
Yeah.
But
And then
No.
you have the distance between the upcoming center of the eclipse and a previous in some city over in Europe. I don't remember which one it is, but there's exactly 6,000 miles in between. So all these religious channels are running with it, saying that it's Bible prophecy, saying that
Yeah.
6,000
Well, that's
years.
what Susie said. Susie wrote a bunch of synchronicities with biblical stuff and conspiracy stuff.
Susie says, why are they posting up the National Guard and the hazmat people at the places that are going to have totality?
Yeah, they're claiming that it's supposed to be the crowd control, but they have activated the National Guard
Really?
to cities, major cities of where the eclipse is crossing over.
The eclipse?
It is very odd. I heard.
Yeah,
Really?
I meant to
because
tell you
That is extremely odd.
It's almost like
they're preparing
or antagonizing.
Yes, that too
You know, that's weird.
could be either or.
preparing. They're kind of going
What are they
overboard like they did with
anticipating, is what I
2K,
wonder.
but they're doing it just in case.
They're saying that it's because of all the large crowds, the huge crowds that are going to gather to view the.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit too. Yeah, that's bullshit, bro. So, when is this eclipse?
I know it's in April. I'm not sure.
8th, I believe.
April
7th or 8th. I don't remember.
the main when it does the crossover, it's supposed to be at like 3:23 or something in the afternoon, I believe.
Crossover of what though?
When it
When is
crosses over,
the next solar eclipse?
The path of the last.
When is the next solar eclipse? My phone's not.
According to Space Center Houston, on Monday, April 8, 2024,
There
a
you
total solar eclipse will cross North America, passing over Mexico, the United States, and Canada. This will be the last total solar eclipse visible from the contiguous United States until 2044.
Damn.
Yeah.
The contiguous.
I've heard or watched shorts where they're talking about this is the return of Jesus, or it's
Wow.
it's biblical. It's a biblical, I guess, the beginning of.
So this is the path of October 14th, 2023 and April 8th, 2024. And it's got this
The cross.
the cross is right over Texas.
Yes.
I don't know what those little holes are here, but
Yeah, I see that.
right over Texas.
Yeah.
That looks like those little fake gunshot stickers you put on your
Yeah,
car
Yeah.
in the 90s.
Yeah. Right.
yeah,
And
but
then
see,
there's
the-
conspiracies of why is all the fires in Texas right now?
Man.
Oh, there's just so much.
It's just people reaching.
Like I said,
It
conspiracy.
is very much reaching, but it's still interesting.
Mention the conspiracy.
earlier reports are saying that the crossover is going to be in Illinois, and it's going to the exact center of the X is going to be on a street called Salem Street.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
Well, this just showed that the X was in Texas, so I don't know.
hey, isn't there a song?
All my exes live in Texas.
There you go.
We lost Ben.
Oh. Sorry.
I want to see what the path was. Oh, never
Well,
mind.
there's, like I said, there's the talk of the towns that it went over the last time it passed over, where a lot of them had carried the name Salem, and the fact that it's supposed to cross over at a point where
Yeah.
street name Salem, anything named Salem.
All right, I'm going to ask that question to you, Danny.
What's that?
When is the next predicted asteroid to pass by the United States or Earth?
passing by on eclipse
No,
day.
I think I asked the wrong question.
Danny said, asking Google machine about asteroid passing by on eclipse day.
NASA predicts large asteroid could hit Earth in the future. 2182 could be hit by one.
And they're freaking out about that unknown object out in space, saying some reports are saying it's going to be here 2 weeks. Some are saying 2 years.
Which one is that? Is that
The big cigar-shaped one that re-entered our solar system. What's it called? I'm with names.
Karen just said, isn't there a comet or something coming?
Michael says, break out the magic 8-ball.
Right.
Probably get a better answer. It's not likely. Is there supposed to be a meteor the same time as the eclipse in April? I don't know.
Jay, I swear. Judy says Uranus collides with Jupiter, I believe. And Jay says, mine does not, Judy.
Comet 12P puts on colorful display as it approaches ahead of total solar eclipse. A comet approaching the sun in time for April's North American total solar eclipse is putting on a spectacular show in the sky.
Karen says, it says on Google, the devil comet.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what they're saying is devil comet that it.
Bring it. What are we gonna do?
Well, I mean, what can you do? You know, what can you do? It'd be a hell of a show in the sky.
Indeed, the heavens are talking to us.
Well, and that's where the biblical aspect comes in, where this is a prophecy or, beginning of
Yeah, but
ending
we've been
times.
hearing the end times and the end is near.
Yeah, but
and
we never heard of three
forever.
celestial events at the same time.
What's three?
I mean, well, two.
It's the name of the town I was trying to think of. It's going to be just south of Rapture, Illinois. That's what they're saying.
That's funny.
On a street named Salem. That's why there's all this freak out about the end of the world with this solar eclipse.
Well, I don't know. I don't think people were.
End is.
I don't think people would react unless they're prompted to. Like most people would just let it go and come and go. But now that you mention or you hear about National Guard, and it just makes people go, "Ooh, why? What's going on?" And I don't know.
Yeah. Well, because the government knows that a lot of people are going to be out in the streets going nuts.
Feisty Kitty says, well, hot diggity damn, let's do this.
He says, I guess we can kiss Uranus goodbye. Or not.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be stop, drop, and roll.
Karen says, I don't think it's the end of the world yet. I mean, there have been a lot of things that have happened. Like, is it the Euphrates River drying up and discovering all these things? And it says in the Bible that when the Euphrates dries up, that it will release something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and they're finding all these different structures and under the
like
on the land.
The water, where it was underwater.
Yeah.
They supposedly found the king of the Nephilim under the Euphrates. I mean, I don't believe that. I don't believe that they found that. I think because they're not showing any pictures. You know, they're not.
It's probably just a rumor.
Yeah. But it's all over YouTube.
True, but still a lot that hasn't happened yet. It's true.
Oh yeah.
As long as it doesn't happen this week, I'm good. Next weekend.
Ben said that happened though last year.
Mm-hmm.
No, I do believe that Yellowstone
Gilgamesh. Karen.
I do believe Yellowstone will erupt sometime soon. Because
That's right.
they've been saying that it's growing. The horizon's been changing an inch every day.
Meaning the ground swelling?
Yeah, the ground is swelling. They know that there's magma movement underneath the mountains.
Well, Yellowstone's basically a huge caldera.
Yeah.
It's a super volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that goes,
Half the country goes.
we're all fucked.
Oh,
and
it'll
it's
affect all of us.
a nuclear winter that would follow that, forget it.
It would absolutely affect everybody.
They said the epicenter will be 600 miles wide, and then in 6 days after the eruption, people in New York will hear it.
I don't even think it would take that long.
Yeah, they're saying within 6 hours, people in Oklahoma will hear it.
Yeah, Ben, you're right. Gilgamesh would be a giant. Of course.
Yeah.
That's what it was the
Gilgamesh.
But Gilgamesh also had a friend. Well, he fought him, and then they were friends. But I don't remember his name. But he was supposed to be like a sort of like described as a Sasquatch.
James Lee said Putin said he would nuke it. Sorry.
Would nuke what?
The giant. Okay. Danny said
Enkidu. That's right, Ben. You are correct. Enkidu.
Enkidu.
That was Gilgamesh's buddy.
Danny said if Yellowstone goes, Florida may be the safest place to go. I remember seeing something, a documentary on if it went, that there was a map of, the projected, and I think Florida was one that, as far as land change would not be affected. But I wouldn't think, I would think it'd be one of the first. It's a peninsula, it's got to affect the ocean.
Not necessarily.
You have to take into effect the fault lines.
Yeah.
The first people that would be affected, you'd have California, then you'd have people like us in Oklahoma and along the Mississippi, and then you've got several fault lines that go out east.
Right.
So, if Yellowstone was to blow up, then as it always does in history, somewhere around the earth, within the next 48 hours, another volcano will erupt. Because everything that's connected through the plates in the earth, you have the magma that flows, which creates the fault lines. So if California has an earthquake like San Francisco, then Chile has an earthquake.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Yeah, I don't.
But that's what historically happened. And then when Japan had their earthquakes, then you had India having earthquakes. So because of the plate lines, all the magma that flows through those plate lines, when you have one area that relieves, you have another area that builds up, and eventually when everything goes back into the canals, in the volcanic canals, then it has to relieve on the other end. So that's when you either have an earthquake or a volcanic eruption.
I mean, I understand the principle of it. I've never heard of that. But there's a lot of shit I've never heard of. So,
like when Japan had their major earthquake, within, I think it was a little over 48 hours, then you had another earthquake in India. They had major earthquakes. Well, you're talking about the same fault line. You have Japan, which the mountains of Japan, the islands of Japan are formed because of a fault line there. Well, that fault line goes all the way around and up into the Mediterranean because that's one plate. So when that happened in Japan, it happened later in India. It's just because of the movement of the plates. The movement of the plates causes the magma to displace, and then it has to replace what gets displaced once the plate finishes moving. Then whatever gets displaced, it's replaced. So then
Trackler says, if the supervolcano pops, it would be an immediate nuclear winter, and we'd be frozen in ice and never know it happened. It wouldn't be immediate. It wouldn't be immediate.
Everyone in the vicinity of the explosion would never know what happened.
No. But what's funny is Bristol said, "Hey, Trackway, such a pleasant entrance."
I know, right?
But then we would have the fallout, and the fallout would last who knows how long, depending on how big the blast was.
How much goes up into the atmosphere.
Yeah. And they said with the last explosion of that volcano, it covered was it almost 100% of the earth. And it killed off a whole lot of different species of animals.
Oh, I'm sure. So all you Floridians, when was the last time you saw your breath outside?
Yesterday morning. Yeah.
A couple weeks ago for me.
Yesterday was cold.
I've actually only seen my breath a couple of times going outside in the winter this year.
Before that, it was probably a couple weeks ago.
Good to see you, Trackway. Tina says, I'm looking at the map. Extreme southern Texas and Miami are supposedly safe. Miami's not safe as it is, but
No.
now.
Miami and safe don't belong in the same sentence. In any form.
Feisty Kitty says, damn, I don't even like regular winter. Nuclear winter sounds awful.
You guys have to worry about is if there's any kind of tidal waves coming from
any raise in water level, we're screwed.
We're already sitting on a water aquifer. I mean, the majority.
Yeah,
of the
but
state.
the state is only 3 feet above sea level.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, and it's the same thing about South Texas, because when I lived in Corpus, I found that out, that Corpus is only 3 feet above sea level. So any
raise in water temperature, water level, regardless of it's from an earthquake or whatever, if it's just if it's the caps melting or whatever, if the water goes up, Florida's screwed.
James Lee says there's another super volcano in Indonesia.
Yeah, there's a super volcano in Indonesia, and then when you go into the is it the I can't think of names. You go over where Mount Everest is, you have a super volcano there that is no longer surface. It's below the mountains that are there now, but you have volcanic flow that goes into there, and that one has been dormant for millions of years. But they're saying that at any time, if you get all the super volcanoes of the Earth being activated, then you're going to have super volcanoes that existed millions of years ago resurface. So
yeah, basically it would just be a reset for Earth.
yeah, that's all it is. Is the Earth is constantly changing. The plates are constantly moving, and we're going through a change right now. So everything, all this weather, all the rain and no rain and earthquakes and volcanic, it's all part of the Earth replenishing itself.
Finding the Trackway says, if the super volcano pops, I hope to be one of the lucky ones that go with it. No Walking Dead, please. No.
It's like when they had the supercontinents. Okay, when the supercontinents broke up, there was massive volcanic activity.
Oh, I'm sure.
So eventually, all those continents are going to move back together.
No.
When those continents move back together, during that period, which we're going through now, because the continents are moving. So we're going through that now, and they're all going to come back together once again once those plates all do their shifting, because they get swallowed up. Like you have the Pacific plate line, you have the Atlantic, and the Pacific plate line is going underneath the next plate line. So eventually that plate line is going to resurface on the other side of the Pacific. So it's all going to change.
I think it's more fluid than that. I don't know.
Jay says, I want to hook one of those 800-pound sea bass.
Sea bass?
Yeah.
It's with somebody, I think at Bristol, it's the Goliath grouper.
Yeah. Well, no, he said Jay Fritz, Goliath grouper. Oh, wait, who? Jay is Goliath grouper bait. That's what Trackway said. Sorry, that's what I read.
I used to catch some
mixed up because you said Bristol, so I read up.
South Texas has some pretty good sea bass.
I haven't done too much saltwater fishing here. I did a little bit, but when I was down in Crystal River and Cape Coral, but I don't know. I'm on water now, so I'm not like I have fish in my backyard. I'm not worried about the saltwater. As long as I'm occupied, I'm easy to please.
That's all I could do for about 21 years was saltwater fishing, because there ain't no freshwater lakes unless you go a little further inland in South Texas.
Tristan says, go volcano fishing. Get those lava bass. You go through a lot of fishing line now, doing it.
Yeah, I'd hate to see one of those fish jump.
There's none. That's
what I just said.
It's just Marvel. It's
just says Marvel. I just wrote that.
Oh, okay. Feisty Kitty says, Kaiju, don't say that. Mount Rainier is close to me. She'll hear you. Let sleeping giant slay.
Yeah. Literally.
Kaiju says, Feisty, Mount Rainier is right next to me. Still want to go to the mountains?
Yes. Just not those.
The mountain I don't want to climb is Mount Everest. I don't have any desire to climb that high.
I have no desire to climb a mountain. I'll take the elevator.
No, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind going back out to California or Colorado, climbing those mountains.
Trackway says no super volcano can match Mrs. T's eruption when she's cutting the toes off her new nylons for catfish fishing. Yeah.
Believe it or not, I saw a lot of people doing that.
When she caught me, he meant cutting her toes off her new nylons.
For people who get confused, the nuclear winter won't be warm.
Won't be warm.
Nope.
No, just the precursor to it.
Well, when you blot out the sun for an undetermined amount of time, it tends to chill down a little bit.
Yeah.
Which could probably cause a small ice age.
Yeah. Just look at Pompeii. What happened with them? You know, when that volcano erupted, they had no warning.
No, they didn't.
No.
And the sister city over there, Herculean, something like that. Same fate. You know, they didn't know anything. You know, they found people that like were running from it, and they tried to hide in these little caves along the Mediterranean. And when they, like later on, when they excavated Pompeii, they'd found those cavities where a person fell. Of them preserved, you know, that cavity, and they filled the cavity up with like plaster of Paris, and it would come out in the same exact in their death pose, you know, where however they were laying. Or it's pretty interesting. I've seen them. I've been to Pompeii.
Yeah, it's just amazing how a volcano with the ash falling, how quickly it builds. It just within hours you can have whole streets just buried in 10, 20 feet of ash.
Yeah. Jay Fritz says that's how old he is. He says, I ran like a motherfucker when Pompeii erupted. Woo! Made it though.
Michael Haywood said me and Mr. Fritz will be selling firewood and to all in chat.
Stock up now.
25% off, he says.
Wow, Mogs, that's awesome. Yeah, I went to Italy in 1989 or 90, and that was cool. That was really cool. Saw Rome, the Vatican. You know, we went to Vatican City, and we did Pompeii, and then you go off of Naples, straight off the coast. You have Capri. It's an island out there. That was cool because they have these grottos through these caves at water level, and you get into a boat and then get into a little boat, and you go in these caves, and the way the sun comes under the wall, each cave has a color like blue, red, green.
Oh,
yeah, it was cool as hell. The Colosseum, that was pretty wild.
Colosseum's on my list.
Yeah, to picture like when you're in it, to picture, you know, like them doing a battle scene of like a naval battle where they said they'd fill it with water. Just it's crazy. It was so impressive. Pompeii, I was just we went there for a honeymoon, and my wife at the time had already been there because her mom was from Italy. So she'd like just look at one thing and move on. I was looking at every nook and cranny and crevice and everything that I could look at.
I get that.
You know, I walked into this building that was a brothel. You know, it was a whorehouse, but everything was made of stone. I'm like, ooh, you know, that wasn't kind of comfortable.
It was amazing how they laid all those sewer lines. You know, they had the water running through the streets. I mean, which would have been smelly as hell, but you know,
and plus all the aqueducts and you know that would go overhead. They knew their shit.
Yeah.
Barry says, the Vatican ruling the world for a couple thousand years and
Still going strong. Right? Imagine be a fly on the wall there. Well, a fly that understood Italian.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Yeah.
No, I just see that.
If you were a fly on the wall, I'm sure if the Pope stared at you, you'd probably burn up right away. Sorry, I'm not going to say my opinion on that.
Finding the track, which says, what about that town that died when the lake above them turned over, releasing a death cloud of CO2 that killed everyone faster than Jake can order a chocolate shake? I don't know that.
I don't think I've heard about that one. Yeah, I haven't heard about that one.
I haven't tried it yet, but like right outside, I have all these weeds. There's a patch of what do you call them? Lily pads, and there's other plants under that. I want to take a long stick and a lighter, and supposedly, if you poke it deep into the mud, it releases the methane, and when it bubbles up, you can set it on fire.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
So the pyro in me wants to play with matches.
I've seen some footage where they're people going out on the ice and there's methane bubbles coming up and they
break the ice.
Break the ice and then they throw a firecracker in there, and I'm like, you idiots. Because I've seen they've blown up to where it even burns up the camera, and I'm like, why would you do that?
Michael Haywood said the Commodores did a song about a rock brothel.
Brick house.
She's a brick. He wrote it up. House.
Jay says, true story, Lake Orange near Jacksonville a few years back, 30,000 acre lake drained completely overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Large aquifer under it cracked open.
I heard a little bit about that.
That's weird. Imagine camping on that lake shore and you wake up and the lake's gone.
Jeez. Bristol said, I heard about that. It was another lake that did the same thing, not long ago near Tallahassee.
That's like when I was camping on the Colorado River, right on Horseshoe Bend, and when I pulled the boat ashore, it was still in the water. When I woke up, it wasn't. I didn't know that they lowered the water overnight on the Colorado River, so 2 days in a row. I think I would have learned from the first one, but I thought I had it further enough. I had to physically push this boat by myself because my dad couldn't handle it back into the water. But I have pictures where it's sitting on the beach.
Yeah.
Did the fish get sucked in? No, they don't fly, so yeah, they get sucked in.
If I go camping, I don't camp anywhere near a body of water. I'll be at least a half a mile away because you never know, especially if you're camping near those dams, or because once you hear the big crack,
it's too late.
Yep.
Because you're gonna rub the sleep out of your eyes. Go, what was that?
Mm-hmm.
Get washed away.
Yep.
Barry Brownie, what's going on, bud?
My grandpa had some stories about that. Is like when he used to travel, he'd come across guys that would tell him stories about dams that they had just built. Apparently, they didn't build them strong enough because when they were camping down at the base of it, they would hear small little crackling noises, and then within hours after that, you hear a big crack, and then about 2-3 minutes later, it's nothing but water washing everything away. And you were lucky if you were camped about a half mile away. You just I had to stand there and watch everybody get washed away.
No thanks. There's this book by Max Brooks called Devolution, I should say, which is about a fictional town in the Pacific Northwest that is attacked by Sasquatch after a volcano erupts and drives them into town. I'd watch that movie. It says kaiju.
Right.
Yeah, that would be an interesting movie.
Barry Browning said reading is entirely overrated.
So is writing. That's why I like all my texts. I use voice. I can't be bothered when I'm like, if I leave her a message, it's all voice. Something about text, it loses its, I don't know, sarcasm.
Can be taken easily out of context.
Jay says, James, they were finding 12 and 14 pounders in small drainage ditches and lots of fish and runoffs. So, yeah. Huh.
Ben, it was good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by on your days
I
off.
took off this week. I'll see you when I see you, not if I see you first.
Right. I read Ben's said the
Well,
book
guys,
is
I'm-
good. And then he wrote good under it. He meant to say good. I was like, huh?
I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and get in the chat.
Right on.
Harold,
Well, Harold, thanks.
Thanks for hanging out.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Talking
always.
to you and
It was
coming
great
with
talking to you.
Yeah,
Get the
great
both of
talking
you
with
on
you.
together.
Yeah, get Christy on here.
Yep.
Yeah, next week.
Very good.
Next
All
week.
right, dude. Well, you have a great night,
Good weekend.
and yeah, it is the weekend, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
Thanks, man. Take care.
You too.
Good night. It's like I always have to have the last word.
Trust me, I know.
I do it to her on purpose. But you know, you say take care, and then I realize, well, it's late and it's almost bedtime. Yeah, good night. Feisty Kitty says I had a sinkhole swallow my car with me in it once around 2000. I don't recommend. Oh, wait, what?
I know, right?
It's just like, oh, by the way, yeah, fucking, I was in the car and I was looking up, and I was in a hole.
Wow.
I can't imagine that.
No.
I'm glad you're obviously okay. 23 years later, 24.
24.
Yeah, that's crazy. I couldn't like just like with that
Some
bridge,
kind of a movie.
that bridge collapse where, you know, in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the
Yeah.
whole Mothman thing, the Silver Bridge,
Yeah.
or any bridge collapse. There was one up in Minnesota. I mean, you're driving along, and next thing you know, you're in the water.
Yeah.
You know, you're falling, 50 feet or whatever it is, and screw that.
No, thank you.
Scared the crap out of me. I bet.
To say the least, I'm sure.
Wow. The Lake Nyos disaster was a lake that turned over, killing 1,700 to 1,800 people. Wow. They were all just suffocated, basically.
Yeah.
Carbon dioxide. That'll do it.
Yeah. Tracy, good to see you. You just made it. Have a good night. No. I'm kidding. I mean, but it is.
Tracy,
we got 2 minutes.
welcome. We
It's
got
good
like
to see you.
a few minutes
I'm
left of the
goofy.
show.
I'm only goofy.
Just glad you made it.
Yes. I meant it. I was sincere when I said good to see you.
Tristan says we had a huge mudslide happen in Osso, Washington. It took a whole subdivision. So I said, damn.
Oh, Barry, you heard that? He said, run, it's the cops.
Oh, yeah. LIB says, please do Mugs a solid. Please hit the like. And as soon as the stream ends, leave a comment. It truly helps motivate and help people find the show.
And Dina said earlier to hit the like. Thank you for that.
I'll be saying it in a minute or two.
He will, because he always has to have the last word.
No, last 3 words.
True.
Tina, take care. Good night. Have a great weekend. Barry says, woo, I thought that was at my house. The cops.
Chrissy said, bad boys, bad boys.
As long as they don't break in while I'm bust in while I'm on the air, I'm good. No.
Right.
Yeah, well, we're going to end this. We are at the 2-hour mark. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. I hope you guys had a great time. This will all look different. You know, Stevie's backdrop. It's funny seeing my hand over there. Stevie's backdrop will be up and, well, we'll get it going.
Yeah.
Give her own little
I'll hook it
blank canvas. So, yeah, if you enjoyed tonight's show, please hit that like button below. Show some love. If you're new, subscribe, share it out, and leave comments. We love comments.
We do. Fun to read.
Indeed. So in the meantime, have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. We love you.
Safe.
Be safe. Yep. And peace and God bless.